welcome back to Good Day State Line. It's Tuesday, which means we got to talk trends. Today we're talking Tuesday engagement trends with Shelley Brown from The Knot. Hi, Shelley.
Hi.
Thanks so much for joining us tonight. We are celebrating Winter Wedding Week all week long. So first, before we get started, how long have you been working in the wedding world?
I've been working at The Knot for over 8 years.
Oh, okay. So that's like quite some time. You know a lot of stuff.
Yeah, that is a lifetime in publishing.
Absolutely. Okay, so like 2022, we're getting right into it. We're not even a quarter in, but we definitely have weddings on our mind. What are we expecting for 2022 wedding trends?
Yeah, so we're so excited because 2022 is going to have a record number of weddings. Over 2.6 million weddings are happening this year. So lots is happening in the wedding space. Yeah. And right now what we're seeing is that according to the Knot's 2021 jewelry and engagement study, outdoor engagements in particular are super popular. And we think that this is likely due to the pandemic and people feeling more comfortable outside. So weddings outside are trending, and now engagements outside are also trending.
So does this mean only in the nice weather months, or are we getting outdoor engagements throughout the entire year, throughout the entire country?
So the majority of engagements actually happen during proposal season, which starts around Thanksgiving and wraps up around Valentine's Day. So it's actually the winter months, which is maybe counterintuitive. But yeah, that is when most engagements happen.
That's so funny. So you all gave us some notes, so we know what we're talking about tonight. And one of the things that I thought was really cool is you said that people are bringing in vendors to help with the engagement. Tell me what that means.
Yeah, so increasingly couples are hiring vendors like photographers, videographers, and even planners to help with the proposal. So with photographers and videographers, it's a great way to share your engagement with others and capture the moment forever. Thanks to the pandemic, engagements have become even more intimate. So it's a great way to share with people who perhaps did not attend. And planners can help you pull off more elaborate surprise proposals. And we also see that trending.
Yeah. Okay, so we're talking engagement trends. What's going on with rings?
Yes. So we found that round diamonds remain the most unpopular engagement ring cut. However, oval diamonds have seen a steady increase in popularity over the years. They're up 19% actually in just the past few years, which is a huge increase. And we think this is because they're pretty classic, but they have an elongated shape. So they have kind of an edgy vibe still. They feel a little bit different.
My mom, we just fixed her ring for her. My parents are going to be celebrating their 40th wedding anniversry. And my dad and I just got her ring fixed, and it's oval.
Oh my gosh, amazing. Well, she's right on trend.
She's so trendy. Who knew? And when we're talking about rings, what are we talking about when we're like the color of the metal type?
Yeah, so white metal is still the most popular metal for engagement rings. However, it's now starting to decline for the first time in many years, and yellow gold is quickly making a comeback. So yellow gold was all the rage in the 70s and the 80s, and now it's back with a vengeance.
And what about non-traditional wedding rings that people who are maybe like, nah, diamonds aren't for me?
Yeah, so alternative center stones like moissanite, sapphire, and morganite are gaining popularity, and we really think that this speaks to couples' increasing desire to invest in wedding jewelry that represents their love story and their personal taste.
I do. I love a non-traditional wedding ring. When you see someone wearing one, you're like, oh, that's so pretty. And, it goes with most of their clothes. You can always tell.
Yeah, exactly.
So when we are talking about engagements, how many people are really planning these engagements? Like the girl's kind of involved, at least when we're talking about the ring, or how many dudes are really doing it on their own?
Oh yeah, so engagement ring shopping is now far and away a collaborative process. Over 75% of couples either research or shop together. Yes, so it is definitely now about the couple planning the ring together, and it's not so much a surprise anymore.
Well, sometimes surprises are good and sometimes they're not.
Exactly. You do have to wear that ring for probably, a long time. So it's best if you like it.
Potentially forever.
Yeah.
So what's your favorite part about working in the wedding world?
Oh gosh, my favorite part about working in the wedding world is just that it's so joyful. You really get to celebrate people's love stories, and it's a really, it's a positive kind of goal to work towards every day, is to serve people who are planning their weddings.
And how much, I know we've seen locally, the pandemic obviously created a lot of craziness with the wedding world. How much has it changed the essence of your job?
I think, 2020 was a kind of a rough year. We were, kind of trying to figure out how to pivot. I cover fashion specifically, so it was interesting to see Fashion Week kind of go digital. But I actually think now things are kind of returning to normal. In-person events are happening again. And like I said, there's a wedding boom happening this year. So, we're back to business as usual for the most part.
I bet that makes you guys feel pretty good at the Knot.
It makes us feel great. We are very excited about the wedding boom.
I love that. Where can we get more information from you and from your team at The Knot?
Yeah, absolutely. So you can visit theknot.com and also download the Knot app. And actually, it's worth noting that March 1st is National Wedding Planning Day.
Okay.
So our number one tip to couples planning their weddings is to download the Knot app. There are tons of great resources on there.
Man, apps are really making my life a lot easier too, no matter what category we're talking about.
Totally. Yes.
Awesome, Shelley. Well, thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Thank you so much for having me.
If you've seen any trends on social media we should try or we should talk about, send them to us anytime on Facebook, or you can send an email at gds@fox39.com. We'll be right back.